Russian tanks rolling across the border in southern Ukraine. Airstrikes hitting large cities. People attempting to flee the Ukrainian capital, Kiev. Scenes of war after President Putin announced a military operation in the country.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this special episode of the Van Pilgrim. For the last few months I've been trying to convert my van to a camper van, albeit a little bit slower than I would have liked. However, when news broke out of the war in Ukraine, I felt obliged to lend a hand in which way I could. Through the kindness of friends and strangers alike, I managed to fill my entire van full of vital aid to take to the Ukraine-Poland border. What follows is the story of that journey and one of the most surreal experiences of my entire life. Look at that. That is incredible. Sadly, I wanted to get some footage of the guys and the lovely ladies. I mean, it's 9 p.m. They've been doing this every single night for the last 2 weeks. 2 of them are pregnant and they have been working their socks off, labeling, sorting boxes, and everything like that is incredible to see and very touching and humbling. I would love to have gotten some footage of them, but they've asked that they stay private because they don't want anyone to get a hold of where they are. And sharing that location, which I completely understand. Some people obviously may not agree with what they're doing at the moment. So kudos to them, kudos to everyone who's donated. Thank you so much. I'm going to go set off right now and get all the way out to Poland on the ferry tonight. Pretty much 24 hours after I left London, I am at, or roughly near, where I am meant to be dropping off all the aid stuff at the warehouse. Sadly and classically, literally when I arrived there, they were shut. So I just waltzed to the nearest hotel. I just typed hotel on Google and I found one, luckily, that was open. So I'm gonna get some much needed kip and have a nice shower. Yeah, I will see you in the morning. I made it here to the warehouse finally this morning, and the distribution center, I guess, where they've taken all the aid that I'm giving to them. They've got haulage trucks, they've got smaller trucks as well. I don't know if you can see it just out there. Is one of them. They're obviously quite busy this morning. So I'm just waiting for my contact to come out. I can't wait to get this stuff off and get it to where it's needed. And then today, I've lost track of what time it is, I will be then restocking with a load of goods and products and food and so on and so forth to take to an orphanage just around the corner. So that's the next bit. So I'm finally inside the warehouse, and look at how much stuff these guys have collected. It is unbelievable, the effort that's going on. All from volunteers, all from people just around the corner. So it's not every day you drive all the way from the UK to Poland to find fellow British people. I just arrived and I've been helped by 2 lads, both from Manchester. Yeah. Both from Manchester, Andy and Tony. And I just want to ask him a few questions on why he's doing this. Why is it that you come all this way?
I think out of a way to kind of get rid of the impotent rage that I was kind of feeling, being sat at home and kind of watching everything that was going on, feeling pretty helpless about it. And then the opportunity arose to kind of bring equipment and medical supplies out. So yeah, jumped at the chance and okayed it with the wife and jumped in a car and spent 2 days coming across.
Just about, as you said.
And then, I mean, when we got here and saw the scale of the place, as you can see kind of behind us, the amount of donations that are now coming in, and obviously yourself brought that amazing amount of like medical equipment, which is the one thing that they've been absolutely crying out for when we've spoken to them here. It was just an amazing thing to come in. It's fully staffed by Ukrainian women, refugees who've come across, and obviously partners and family have had to stay behind. So the one thing they needed was manpower to kind of move all this stuff and put it straight onto the trucks that are going straight into Ukraine. So it's that feeling of being able to kind of really help and actually do something properly.
And how long have you been here?
So we arrived, oh God, I've lost track of days.
not
that long ago.
I did,
right, okay. So Tuesday we actually kind of got here, came here yesterday with the intention of kind of, dropping all our stuff and going. But as soon as we kind of touched base and spoke to the people here, it was apparent that actually the most effective here, and this is where I've been. No idea what day it is or what time of day it is, and
Amazing, mate.
But it's cool.
Thank you so much for
no worries, and honestly, thanks for bringing what you brought.
I'm just a driver.
It'll be it's huge. Not just a driver, it's essential. Look at these guys,
Finally offloaded all my stuff. I've topped it up with a couple of little bits and bobs from the warehouse, with a few clothes to take to an orphanage in a minute. But I just wanted to share, obviously, as Andy said there, I didn't realise that all the women that are helping out in this warehouse today are all from Ukraine. They've all sought refuge over here in Poland whilst the men are off fighting. So incredibly touching to see them all getting involved, and I can't thank everyone enough for donating. It's been incredible. Well done to everyone.
Just bought a brand new freezer for this orphanage I'm about to head to. I got told that they are in need of food, but they don't have any facility to be able to freeze it. So I've got a nice little gift incoming, and then obviously a whole heap of food supplies to go with it.
Hello, buddy.
Теж не їдуть.
Refugees not gonna to the Poland.
Right.
І поэтому получается такие волны. Як тільки наступлення, сразу куча народу їде сюди. І русські все ближче, і ближче, і ближче. Русська армія.
It's waves. When Russian attack, the new waves go to Poland. When it's quiet, they stay here. And its waves happened every time.
Apparently I'm now invited to dinner to stay with everyone. Hello. hello. This is my friend Nazar. Nazar, say hello.
Hello.
He is playing translator today, and I found myself staying with all the kids over here, and I'm very, very lucky. So I look forward to some very good food tonight. Say that again. Come on, what is it?
Borscht.
Borscht.
Yeah.
And it's the Ukrainian national.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a soup. Well, after that delicious borscht, it was time for me to hit the hay. I had a lot to reflect upon and think about the generosity and kindness I'd witnessed from people back home in the UK and the volunteers, but also the kindness of the people in this home. It's not something I will soon forget.
Бажаємо тобі всього самого найкращого, правильно вибрати свою дорогу в майбутньому, успіхів і здоров'я. Саме головне. І щоб в тебе життя було таке красиве і солодке, як оцей торт. Możemy zapisać, że to będzie...
Na palce.
So sadly, I have now departed from the young little refugee children, and I'm on my way to Medica to see if there's anyone that potentially needs help over there. I imagine they've got a lot already sorted, but also, if anything, it's a bit fact-finding and trying to find a bit more information about where to take people, what to do, and how to get them the visas that they need to potentially back to the UK, and if they need transport to anywhere else in Europe, just to see if I can be handy there. I might also, as Andre, the owner of the hotel, I guess, or the place that the kids are staying, has also said that if I do find anyone else out there that is in need, you know, a woman with some children, to please bring them back. So again, that's a brilliant option for someone that is desperate for accommodation. So I'll see if I can be handy. If not, I'll venture straight back to the UK and potentially do another supply run to the kids. So wish me luck. Ooh, okay, today or tonight, it's the first official night sleeping in the van. It feels like a refrigerator. I think you can probably tell from the hat. I have my mattress and my duvet, and I'm all set to go. Probably gonna sleep with all my clothes on. But I've just arrived in Medica. I don't know how you say it. Something. It's literally right along the border of Ukraine, and I've actually, I don't know how I do this. I've stumbled across a group of people that are rescuing animals straight out of Ukraine. They're going at 3:30 this morning, and they're shooting straight in to sort of central eastern parts of Ukraine where there is some thick fighting to rescue people, rescue animals mainly. I've just helped unload 2 vans full of cat and dog food, and I imagine they'll be coming back at some point, pretty knackered and pretty tired, and doing some work that will never really get told. So I'm telling you guys for them. Obviously I can't tell you names or anything like that, because I think some of them are ex-military, and I've just volunteered and come out here and done what I've done, but actually going into the thick of it. And I spoke to one of them. He's pointed me in the right direction to go and help a few people and see if I can lend a hand. Apparently they do need some volunteers there, as they've got people streaming in every day. 20,000 people apparently crossing the border daily. And yeah, I will see if I can lend a hand to help transport people around. I'm assuming they've got buses and they're being helped out on that regard. But if I can link people with people back home, then so be it. I'll try and be a bit of a busybody. Until then, I'm going to enjoy a well-earned beer and get some sleep. Good morning. Last night was probably the coldest night of my life, and that is not an overestimation. I mean, that is just fact. You know, it's cold when you sleep in your van and the water bottle has frozen. I had all of this on, my sleeping bag, my duvet, 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of trousers, and I was still freezing. So yeah, sleeping in an uninsulated van is not the thing. As you can hear, an animal rescue setup over here, run by Centaurus, I believe the organisation is called, by a woman, I think by the name of Kathleen. She has a shelter in Kiev, and she is looking to try and rescue all her animals. She has 48 or 40 dogs, and obviously more incoming. People are going out in the middle of the night and going and rescuing and bringing them all back here, and it's heart-wrenching to see, really, but they are doing so much for these animals, and it's you know, they're doing as best as they can. She obviously needs a lot of help in any which way that she can, and volunteers to help walk the dogs, to feed them, and she's doing an incredible job, but she has more dogs incoming and then won't have anywhere to sleep for herself, so it's trying times for everyone, and it's quite touching and sobering. So I've just arrived at the refugee centre where everyone is being brought to from Medica, in Medica from Ukraine. Some pretty heart-wrenching scenes, to be fair, and people sleeping in tents. It was freezing last night. I don't know whether they're people who are giving aid or whether they're people from Ukraine, but it's quite tough to see, really.
Reporter.
Guys, this is Sarah. She's been here with was it World Central Kitchen for the last sort of 11 days?
About 6 days.
6 days yourself, and the
We started in the kitchen prep area. There's a full kitchen where at least 30,000 meals are prepped and prepared every day for, I think, 8 different distribution locations.
It's incredible.
And we have about 3 here because it's the main location, and we're just seeing folks from all parts of Ukraine cross these difficult borders, and they're waiting in lines for hours to desperately come in.
And you say just the other side of the border that there was a queue about 5 miles long?
About 5 miles long last night, and the processing time takes that long. So the number of people who are collecting is faster than they can get processed. So.
And tell me the story you mentioned last night of looking after a Russian woman.
So in one story in particular, because we have so many, but I had the honor of meeting here at this World Central Kitchen location a family, an elderly couple from the Donbass region. It has taken them 2 weeks to get across Ukraine to this particular border crossing, and their granddaughter was helping them, and I was just comforting and giving really
not a good look.
Appreciative hugs to the elderly woman because their daughter had been crossing with them, the mother of their granddaughter, and at some point during their crossing she got lost or separated from them.
Still in Ukraine, you don't know?
And they don't know where she is, and they don't know if she's still in Ukraine or if she has made it to another crossing, and they can't communicate with her, whether her phone or has lost battery.
It's tragic.
And that's just one story of thousands that is happening here. And the spirit of the Ukrainian people is unbelievable how proud they are. And but the pain that we see every single day, you can just look in their eyes. This is unbelievable, and it's so sad because it's so completely unnecessary and cruel.
Correct.
And it's making me so angry, this day and age, that this is happening.
And it's the same with everyone back home. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing that, and thank you for everything that you're doing. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I spoke to one of the volunteers there, and my initial hopes of transporting someone or people to wherever is needed in my van has probably been dashed somewhat, because he informs me that without proper seating in the van, that they won't let me be able to take anyone specific. So that's put a bit of a spanner in the works. So for now, it just looks like I will be as helpful as I can, maybe being a bit of a delivery service and transporting goods backwards and forwards. So if that's how I'm useful, that's what I'm going to have to do.